Alright, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video far down the road from when I made the last one. A little bit of neglect on the channel towards just making videos and also towards the A3. But nonetheless, I have another YouTube video for you guys today regarding the A3, and we're gonna actually be finally doing the DSG service. And if you're watching this and you actually don't own an A3, do not worry. This applies to any Audi or Volkswagen vehicle that comes with a DQ250 style transmission. So the drain plugs, the filling is all gonna be done the same, how you change your filter and all that stuff. So if you don't wanna spend close to $1,000 at the Volkswagen or Audi dealer to change your DSG fluid, I'll show you how to do it, as it's really easy, just a little bit more time consuming than your average engine oil change. So without further ado, let's jump right into this bad boy and start taking apart what we need to get access to not only changing the filter, but what we're gonna be doing to fill the transmission. And first order of business, we're gonna go over a little bit of the tools that we're gonna need. Nothing super fancy, but you are going to need hex head sockets, and they're gonna need to be metric. But we're gonna be using, I believe, a 14 mil hex head, as well as, I believe it is an 8 mil, a hex 8. And these are going to be for removing both drain plugs. There are actually two. And the reason that there's two is because there's a plastic one on the inside of the transmission, and then there's actually the outer one, and the outer one is for filling, and then the inner one is actually for level checking. So when you pull that one out, things are gonna get a little bit messy. So if you do have rubber gloves, I would get those guys ready as well. I don't have any, so that's why I'm doing this with the vehicle cold. You can do it hot, and if it is warm, it is gonna go a little bit faster, but it doesn't necessarily matter either way that you do it. It's kind of just preference. So anyways, let's jump right into taking apart the top of the engine, because there's a couple of things that need to come out. Any aftermarket intake that you've installed, any factory intake that is still in here, you're gonna need to pull the pipe out up to where your mass airflow sensor connects to it. And then you're also gonna need to pull your entire battery out. So you're gonna wanna take the lid off, take the tray out, and disconnect the battery. This is gonna reset your clocks and everything on the inside, but don't worry, it's not gonna mess with anything else. And if it does, on my end, I will let you guys know how to fix that, but I'm pretty sure it's not gonna mess with anything. First of all, taking the intake apart. All right, so super easy to pull the intake out. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start removing the battery box. First, obviously, move the top cover off. Easy peasy. And you can actually just grab your hand right in the front, and this should pop out like that. And then there are two little tabs down here that, if you could see right here, that you can put a flathead in and push those forward to pull them out, but you should be able to just wiggle it. There we go, that's out. Next, you're gonna take your 10 mil on your favorite brap or a ratchet. We're just gonna disconnect the battery. There's one. Stick that in there. You can just tuck that down in there. That's usually what I do. And then the beautiful thing about some Volkswagen batteries is it has a handle on it, but you're also gonna need to remove that 13 mil right down there. Go in there. Of course, I dropped the bolt to the battery hold down. Where'd it go? So now we can pull the battery completely out. And last thing before we get down to the filter is we're gonna need to pull the battery tray itself out. And on my A3, there are 3 bolts, one here, one right there, and one right there. So let's brap those out. All right, so next thing you're gonna wanna do is start loading up this area around your filter with lots of paper towels, because what we're gonna do next is we're actually gonna crack the filter off, but I'm gonna show you how to let some of the fluid drain back into the transmission, because this is gonna get really messy, and no matter what you do, you're gonna get a little bit of fluid somewhere up top here. So just be ready to clean that up, because it is oil and it's gonna be a pain in the ass if it ever gets hot and starts burning inside your engine bay. So just just take extra precaution and be careful when you're doing this. So this is, I believe, a 24 mil socket. So don't use a gun to break that because that is plastic and you can break it. So we're just gonna use our 3/8 ratchet on a nice extension, and we're gonna crack that off by hand and spin that guy off and let it drain a little bit. Yeah, like it was literally like no force to spin that off. Or crack that off, I should say. So there is an internal dowel on the inside of this filter that kind of holds it in there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab the top of it. Oh, there we go, it's already leaking. Yeah, so you have to be super careful because it's gonna leak. Also, when you're done putting the new filter in and everything, make sure you have access to like brake clean or something so you can clean off the top of your transmission so that if you do ever have any leaks, it's not from somewhere that it could have been preventable that you're trying to trace it from. And in one swift motion, we're gonna try and pull this up. Okay, so see the filter housing came out by itself, and this is where your hands are probably gonna get dirty for the first time during this job. You're gonna reach down in here, and you probably can't really see what I'm grabbing on camera, but it's actually the filter. So now I've popped the filter up and it's kind of leaning to the side now, and it's just gonna drain whatever's left on the inside of the filter down into the transmission. Give that a chance to kind of do its thing. And while it's doing that, the next thing you can do is that you can actually start jacking up the car so you can get under there and get ready to start draining it. So I'm just gonna do that. So next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take one of our dirty rags. We're gonna come in here, we're gonna grab the filter now that it's been draining for a while. Tap that off, flip that sucker upside down and slap her right into the box that the new one came in. Just to, you're gonna obviously dispose of it and dispose of it properly. Don't huck that shit in the garbage because that's horrible for the environment and Greta will get mad at you. So just throw that over here, just on some cardboard in case it decides it's gonna leak through the bottom. Then we're gonna take our new filter, which should come in a bag like this, right here. Open this guy up. You also get a new gasket with it, and that goes on this guy right here, and we'll deal with that in a second. I'm gonna take this guy, sticky outy part, end down into the filter hole. And it should just kind of like pop in or slide in. It's not really gonna click or anything, but it gets in there pretty snug. And then next you're gonna take your filter housing, and there's a little O-ring around the outside. Just take a flathead, slide that guy off. Same thing, put that in the bin with the old one. Take a new one, over one side. Your hands are gonna get a little bit dirty here. And then you can just roll it down, and I'm getting DSG fluid everywhere. Ah! And there's the O-ring installed, easy. All right, so now with the filter and the housing back on the top of the transmission and snug down, we've got the vehicle in the air. We got a jack on this side right here. There's also a jack stand under there as well because safety first. Take a piece of cardboard because this is gonna get messy and there's a really high probability you're gonna spill everywhere. And then you're gonna wanna get a bucket with like a decent amount of real estate. All right, so right here is your drain plug. We're just gonna take a solid amount of persuasion to come off here. There you go. Get your bucket ready. And that's gonna drain pretty slow for about 10-15 minutes. I actually went ahead just now and I pulled the inner drain plug out. It is just like, it's just hand tight, and it's the 8mm hex head. You just kind of stick it up in there and you can twist it off by hand, and this is gonna take a little bit to drain, so once again you can go and do your own thing, hang out for a little bit and just kind of chill until that's drained all the way out, and then we will hook up the filling and everything, and I'll show you how to fill this guy back up. With all the fluid now drained into the pan, we are going to take the plastic drain plug, the inner one, and we're gonna put the plastic one, back in. It's just dribbling just a tiny little bit, nothing really left in there. Here's the plastic one, that's what it looks like. Take your 8mm, and we're gonna go back in here, slam that guy in there. Your hands are obviously gonna get a little bit dirty once again. Twist that all the way in, And hand tight is good. It doesn't need to be snugged down or anything. It is plastic. If you do snug it too hard, it is gonna break. And we don't want that because that is our filling end of the transmission. So I'm gonna quickly grab the tool and I'm gonna feed it through the top and into the bottom right here. It's probably gonna come through in between the transmission and the oil pan here, and then we'll hook it up there and I'll show you how to fill it up. So with the hose hooked up to the transmission now with your adapter, we're gonna come up top. And we have a couple options here with the end of the hose. So the tool I've actually got here, I'm borrowing from a friend, is this one, the X-Toil DSG fluid fill funnel. And there's a couple of ways we can actually do this. We can either do it with the funnel, or you can take the adapter off the end of the funnel, and if we're lucky, I'm not entirely sure if this is gonna work with the Liquimoly that I've got here. I'm not using OEM fluid just because this was a little bit of a cheaper option and it's Liquimoly, so it's just as good as long as it meets the Volkswagen specifications that are on the bottom of the bottle. We'll crack the top off this guy, and if we're lucky, this should screw right on. I'm not too sure if this is on there all the way. We're gonna give it the old college try here. So we're gonna come over here, and if this starts leaking, I'm gonna panic and stop it, so bear with me here. And if not, we'll switch to the funnel. And there it goes. Now, one thing you don't wanna do is you don't wanna sit here and squeeze this bottle, because if you do squeeze it, it's gonna, obviously the end might blow off, or it'll start trying to find somewhere to leak from, so you gotta find somewhere to set this on its side, or it's got to be on a bit of a downward angle here. Yeah, it's starting to leak out of the thing there. So I'm gonna sit here and fill this transmission up, and then I will come back to you guys in a little bit. I actually switched over to the funnel method because it's going a little bit faster. We're on the 5th bottle now, so I'm just gonna finish emptying this guy into the transmission, and then we're gonna go underneath and use some sleight of hand skills to make sure we don't lose any fluid when we throw the screw or the drain plug back in, and then we'll go for a little bit of a rip skis and get this fluid up to temp and make sure everything's working good. I'll show you guys how to reset your service reminder and everything too. Oh, I'm actually gonna do a little bit of a trick here, because we need to make sure we get as much fluid as we can in the transmission. Yeah, so no matter what, you're gonna fucking get a little bit messy. Ugh. And then we just gotta snug it up real quick. And bingo bango bongo, your name is now Luongo. All right, so now just in reverse of taking everything apart, I'm gonna start putting everything back together and put this guy on the ground, and then I'll show you how to reset your service reminder. So it's kind of funny, I said it wouldn't fuck up anything inside the car, but this is probably just in my case because I have my car Euro coded. So it originally was all in English, now it's all in German, so I have to change that, and I do have OBD11 hooked up, so I'll do that. Resetting your clock is pretty easy. You just kind of pull this guy out and rotate. So after fiddling around for a little bit, you actually can't adjust the inspection reminder, which is the little wrench symbol or spanner or whatever you want to call it that shows in the bottom and then comes up every time you start your car. You can only adjust the oil reset through the vehicle itself, so you have to have something like OBD11, any other like OBD app
system to reset the service reminder in the A38P. So apologies for not being able to help you out with that. So that is the DSG service complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and you know, hit that subscribe button if you're new. I've got some stuff on the way for this guy pretty soon, so we're gonna be going back towards modding rather than some more maintenance stuff. So anyways, like the video, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and thank you guys for watching, and peace out. I will see you in the next video.